line of scrimmage. The 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. Man open. That's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Newton now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Throwing is Newton. And this one is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They fake the give. Newton. Dancing to his left. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. For Cam Newton, the arm strength, maybe not what it was circa his MVP season of 2015, but he uncorks a big one there. They'll run here with Taylor. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Newton buying time to his... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Cam Newton. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out, and we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go, and in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow completes it to Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And Burrow going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Burrow now off the bootleg. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And into the end zone. Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Slant route to Miller. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. His 3rd touchdown. Have moved out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Newton. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the...
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Newton. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Burrow on 3rd down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use, than that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Burrow will throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. $51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Throwing again is Newton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Here's Newton. Steps away, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cam Newton with now his 2nd touchdown in this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be taken at the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for our players spotlight, and it focuses in here on Cam Newton. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
7 yards the pick up there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Newton completes this out left to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and Pittsburgh first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Forced out to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Grover Stewart forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Burrow. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team... Doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Burrow.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flag to catch.
Tomorrow.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Newton steps away, and he wisely will throw that one away. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing is Newton. Pass complete to Taylor.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Newton.
And Shark calls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal.
Now Newton.
And he can't get a taken down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Cam to throw.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25.
All day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it'll be 2nd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. And the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? Give you the play we saw to win the game. Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.